Broadcasting from coast to coast. It's the Financial Safari with your host, Coach Pete D'Arruda. You'll hear from some of the nation's top financial professionals. So stick around and find out how to make it through the jungle of the financial world, right here on the Financial Safari.
Welcome to Financial Safari TV. My name is Cynthia DeFazio, and I'm joined today by Coach Pete, better known as the People's Choice. Coach Pete, how are you today?
I'm doing great. How about you?
I am doing fantastic. Thank you so much for asking. And how have you been?
It seems like we're just here.
It does seem like it.
I've been doing great. These weeks just fly by, Cynthia.
They do.
Can we slow it down a little bit? Can we press the pause button?
I wish we could. Oh my gosh. I would go back to when my daughter was little, actually. We talked about that in another show, a prior week, but you asked me what time period I would go back to. I'd take her back down to that little age again.
Oh, when they were fun.
Pick her up and give her cuddles and all that good stuff.
I think when my daughter was about 3 years old, that was my favorite time. Now my daughter is 15 now. I still love her to death, but she's 15, so she's got her own little friend situations going on now. But it's fun when we were her world, and she was our world. Still is our world, but that was the 3-year-old, 3 to 4. Fun times, especially around Christmas.
Oh, yes, and it's wide-eyed wonder with everything. I know, I love that. I love that. Well, we shouldn't be approaching a retirement with wide-eyed wonder, right, Pete? We should have a plan in place, which is really why we're together this morning, is to talk about the importance of having that comprehensive retirement plan, because many people in our viewing audience may be watching you for the very first time, not sure what they're watching, and trying to understand what exactly that means. So why do so many people not have a true retirement plan?
Well, we don't want to have to depend on striking it rich in one stock or buying a lottery ticket or going on a game show and winning like $1 million. We can't. That can't be our retirement plan. Or going to Vegas and trying to hit the jackpot. Right. Because when the pressure's on like that, you're going to make rash and impulsive decisions, which are the worst thing for you, or take too much risk. Or if you're trying to play catch up in the financial world, maybe you waited too long in your mind to start saving for retirement. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. Yeah. So we always offer a second opinion just to help you analyze, and it's, believe it or not, Cynthia, in our second opinion service that we offer, when we sit down with folks, we spend a lot of time educating them on where they currently are first. Okay. So it's really not a second opinion. It's almost a opinion about their first opinion they have that they don't understand. Their opinion about their plan they have, but they don't understand. So it's almost like a first opinion on their current plan. But it's a second opinion from our point of view, from a fiduciary standpoint. From the satellite view down, we could show you where you are, where you think you're going, and where you need to be. Okay. Okay, so waypoints we call it. So some people are right on track. Okay. And then peace of mind happens because we give you that stamp of approval. I have a sticker, Coach Pete approved, it says. And if your plan is like that, we'll approve it. And now you don't have to worry as much.
That's fantastic.
Now you should always do every year annual reviews on your portfolio and your plan. But here's the main thing that we see. People come in, they say, Coach, I've got this retirement plan, I want you to analyze it for me. So I'm ready. I say, yep, show me the plan. They put all what they consider their retirement plan out on the desk, and it really isn't a retirement plan because it is lump sums, but no income. You don't have a retirement plan unless you have lifetime income. Okay. Very important, Cynthia, because a lot of people watching have been told they have a retirement plan, and it's their 401k, or the thrift savings plan, or 403b, where you have a big lump sum, but there's no income. Right. So the lump sum is going to not have peace of mind for you when you approach retirement because you're going to be afraid to take money out of that lump sum because you don't want to run out of money. Yeah, absolutely. So what we'll design for you is a true retirement income plan. I am a retirement income certified professional, RICP. That's a true, respected designation by the American College. The American College is a place where financial folks get educated. Okay. And so it was 3 intense courses, very hard, and then 3 proctored exams over 2 years. So it's not a junk designation. It's all about looking at lump sums and helping people translate lump sums into lifetime income. And that takes a worry out of living in retirement. If you know with certainty that every month you walk out to the mailbox, there's going to be another check there. Sure. And you know that check, maybe you have 2 or 3 checks, maybe you have different streams of income. Well, then it's a lot easier to live retirement knowing that there's more money coming every single month. Absolutely. And it doesn't depend on the stock market to keep coming. Absolutely. And you won't lose it if the market goes down. Big. That's the most important thing. Big things, I'm telling you, but there's a lot of people out there who are playing the guessing game or spinning that roulette wheel. Sometimes it lands on red, other times on black. Sure. We want to make sure we have a consistent, persistent, reliable plan so we help you design, build, and protect a total retirement plan. Absolutely. Next 10 people will call, we'll give them a golden ticket, we'll do it right for you. educate you on where you are, but more importantly, show you where you can go if you do the right things. Okay,
and
very
that
important.
it's paramount because again, you don't want to approach the retirement years with fear and apprehension. You've worked your whole life, right? So let's talk about that, Coach Pete. You've worked your whole life, and then you're retired, and your life is supposed to begin again. People aren't sitting on their front porch anymore, correct? I mean, they want to be active, and they
Too many
wanna
mosquitoes.
they want to have the funds to be able to do the things that they enjoy.
Yeah. Well, and if you enjoy sitting on the front porch, nothing wrong with that. We can design a plan to help you maybe get a new porch. So with a screen, like screened-in porch, no mosquitoes. No, it really is making sure that we know what we want to do.
Yeah.
I talk to folks, before we can design a plan, we need to see what kind of plan you want us to design. And so what does that mean? Well, we need to find out what you like to do in retirement, what you like to do now. You want to keep doing that in retirement. Maybe you're going to have a total change of course. A lot of people play golf when they're working, and then when retirement comes, golf isn't fun anymore because it's like every day you get bored with it.
Yeah.
Maybe you want to start traveling, so then we need more money for travel. Maybe you like to play golf, you want a new set of clubs every year.
Sure.
Maybe that's your goal, customized clubs or whatever. Maybe you're not good at golf and so you need a lot more balls every year. You got to keep buying golf balls. Lessons too. So it's all about what makes you tick, what you want to do, and then we design an income plan inside a total retirement plan. And I like, when I say income plan, my income plans, I like to have 2 or 3 or 4 streams of income, not just one.
Okay.
Now, the one income stream we're all going to get is Social Security.
Okay.
I think we get it, maybe, but we're getting it now, right? People are getting it now.
Right.
So there's ways you can maximize that stream, and before claiming, you need to know this, because once you lock into the option in Social Security, you only have a year to go back and change it. And if you do change it, you have to pay back what you've already taken out. So basically, once you make that decision, it's almost in stone.
Okay.
But there are some ways where you can cheat yourself by not taking the right claiming strategy. So before you file for Social Security, give us a call. We have a specialist on staff. We don't work with the government, but we understand the government's programs. And so we will custom design your very own Social Security maximization strategy. It's called getting the most bang for your buck. You put money into Social Security all the years. Make sure to get the most out.
Sure.
Right? And so that's one vital part, but then also that's the stream of income everyone's going to get. Social Security will help you with the needs, the living, like food, shelter. But it's not going to help you with the fun, because unless you're very, very frugal, that's not going to do much. So you need to have streams of income on money you've already put aside in your 401ks, IRAs, 403bs. You have a lump sum. Let's look at that lump sum. Let's roll that money into your very own pension plan, and let's know with certainty what your lifetime income is going to be. And we do it every single day. And I want to make this offer out. For the next 10 people call, we'll do it for them. And I'll give you a book set, a box set, and more importantly, we will educate you fully so that you can explain back to your family what's really going on. And that's what we have trouble understanding when people come in from seeing us on TV or hearing us on radio, and we ask them to tell us what they currently have, and either they can't explain it or understand it, or they think they have something they don't have. Neither one of those are good, folks. So it needs to be simple in writing, and you need to know with certainty what your lifetime income is going to be. Then you have a total retirement plan, you have peace of mind, and you may be able to retire earlier on more income than you ever thought by arranging the money in the proper places. This is not arranging the deck chairs on the Titanic.
Right, right.
This is arranging it so you'll never sink. This is a never sink portfolio. We call it future-proofing your retirement, knowing with certainty what your lifetime income is going to be. And I do have a crystal ball in the office, and it does work for this. We can show you with certainty what the minimum income you'll get by putting a certain amount of money away in different years down the road, and it'll be lifetime income you can never outlive. Very important.
Absolutely, and I think it's fantastic that it's so customizable, Pete. It works for no matter what someone's situation is.
Exactly.
You can tailor the plan to whatever they want to do and where they currently are.
Tailor fit it, just like those tailor fit golf clubs.
There you go.
Yep.
Well, Pete, I think it's the perfect time for us to go ahead and open up those phone lines. To the viewers at home, the phone lines are now open. That number to call is once again on your screen. Pete is offering you a complimentary consultation. Let him take a look at what your dreams and your goals are for retirement. Allow him to design a plan that's going to work for you so that you can have the retirement of your dreams. Again, you deserve to have a partner in retirement. Let Coach Pete be that for you. The number is on the screen. We have to take a very short commercial break, but when we come back, I am going to have more questions and answers for Coach Pete about how to plan your perfect retirement. Please stay tuned.
Education is paramount when it comes down to financial planning, especially if you're in the financial red zone. Folks, I'm consumer advocate Thomas Lipscomb here with Coach Pete D'Arruda, best-selling author and the founder of this TV show that you're watching right now, The Financial Safari, as well as a nationally syndicated broadcast radio show that's heard by millions every year. Coach, this is a great box set that we've put together. I appreciate you doing it.
Well, Thomas, the reason why we put together our shows is to educate folks just like you out there, and I've taken some time now, and you've helped me with these, put together these tremendous box sets with workbooks, guidebooks, DVDs, and worksheets in there, all designed to help you get onto the path that you really need to be on in an educational setting, Thomas, in your own house. So all you have to do is call the number you're going to see on the screen, and you can get your very own workbook, guidebook, and set, DVD set, as well as your no-cost consultation.
Welcome back to Financial Safari TV. My name is Cynthia DeFazio. I'm joined today by Coach Pete, better known as the People's Choice. Coach Pete, a great first segment, again talking about the importance of having an easy to understand, customizable retirement plan, written retirement plan, most importantly.
It's just, I mean, it really does. I say it till I'm blue in the face, but it does take the worry out of living in retirement if you know what retirement's going to be like when you get there ahead of time.
Of course.
And
absolutely.
so, and then you know that your dreams, the things you want to do in retirement are possible because we've already dedicated income for there every single year for you to do the things you want to do.
Of course.
It makes a whole lot of sense. And we try to encourage everyone watching to at least take a step back and look at what you have and make sure that you do have income amounts there, not just saying like hypothetical, but in writing, scientific ones that are guaranteed. There's a big difference between hypothetical and guarantees, by the way.
Absolutely.
And I'm not a big believer in hypothetical because I know in my life, I'm 54, in my life, hypothetical never comes true, it doesn't seem like.
Right.
If the stars align just right and you know everything happens right, there's 3 blue moons in 1 month, which blue moon to full moons is only 2, you can only have 2 in a month. But it's just about making sure you understand the fine print. And I wrote a book called The Fine Print Fiasco back in 2005.
Okay.
What they don't want you to know when you buy, borrow, and invest. What are the 3 times that most confusion happens and people are taking advantage of? When you buy, when you borrow, when you invest.
Makes sense.
And so I'm going to give that book away when people call today too and come in. I'll make sure that'll be one of the 3 books in the 3-book set. I've had people tell me they brought this book into, it's also when you buy cars too. We bring the book into the car lot and let the dealer see that you have that book because I explain some of the dirty tricks of the car lot. You may or may not, but hopefully you'll get a better deal because they know you're educated and informed a little bit.
Okay.
So read the chapter on buying a car before you go buy a car. I even talk about leasing a car. Leasing is where they get you. There's a lot of games and gimmicks in the leasing part. When you go back to the financial and insurance office, that's when you want to buy the car. They won't let you buy it. They have to go back and do all the paperwork where they try to sell you a bunch of stuff like undercoating and Scotch guard on the seats. There are a lot of things you don't need. So I talk about that in the book as well. So be educated, and when you're educated, you can save yourself money. And it won't be taken, well, you can always be taken advantage of, but you're less apt to be taken advantage of if you at least know some of the buzzwords and some of the things to look out for.
Knowledge is power, Coach Pete.
It sure is.
Absolutely. Let me ask you about spend and leave plans. Let's talk a little bit about that this morning.
Well, we developed a special process where we talked to so many people who had a good amount of money in retirement, their retirement accounts, but they were worried about spending it because they wanted to leave it to their next of kin. So they ended up having enough money to have a great retirement and do fun things, but they instead would live a frugal retirement because they didn't want to burn through the money because they wanted to leave stuff behind.
Okay.
So we've designed a process where whatever amount you start with, let's say it's $1 million, we designed an income plan that'll give you and your spouse income for the rest of your life, taken care of.
Okay.
And then when the last you passed away, an amount equal to or greater than you started with goes to your next of kin.
Wow.
Therefore, you spent it, but you're leaving it. It is a spend and leave plan. It takes the worry out of living in retirement. It takes the worry out of how to pass on money by using a true authorized spend and leave plan. And we put these together every single day because, gosh, if I can spend it and still leave it, why wouldn't I spend it?
Exactly.
It makes a lot of sense. Spend and leave. So we do this every single day. And again, if people are interested in seeing it for themselves, it's one thing to hear about it on the TV or the radio. It's another thing to see it with your own numbers.
Okay.
And we show it with your own numbers in writing with guarantees attached to it. No gimmicks.
Okay.
Spend and leave plan. So I really encourage people to call and get on the list to get seen about this because especially if you have money put aside already, let's make sure the money's put aside in the right place so it can do the right thing, not only for you, but your family as well.
Absolutely. Coach Pete, can you explain the power of compounding?
Oh,
we hear this a lot in the financial world. What does that mean exactly?
Compound interest is either, it's powerful both ways, as a good thing and as a bad thing.
Okay.
If you have a credit card and you don't pay the bill off, you pay interest, and then that interest, you pay interest on the interest, right? Boom, boom, boom. It's compounding in a bad way. Compound interest in a good way. You start saving your interest, you make some interest, and your interest earns interest. So you're going on the good part, right? So if you can turn the tables on the bank and start keeping money in your money, you can build upon it. So you're compounding. Now, as an example, 2 brothers, twins, they're born. At age 15, one brother gets a paper out. He said, I'm going to start saving $100 a month. And he starts doing it. The other brother says, nah, I like my candy bars too much. I'm going to keep buying candy bars.
Okay.
So this guy who saves $100 a month, let's just say in an account earning 6%. Let's just pretend these accounts earn 6%. He goes all the way to age 22. So he saves for 7 years. Then he starts liking candy bars, so he stops saving. The other brother says, you stop saving. I'm going to start now at 22, and I'm going to save. Because he gets jealous because the other guy's been building an account for 7 years. Well, the other brother starts saving at 22 and goes all the way to 65. Again, earning 6% interest, $100 a month, same as the other brother.
Okay.
Gets to age 65, they have a family reunion because they're twins. They're connected anyway. They're always seeing each other. But now they start talking about their retirement plan. Would you believe that the brother that started at 15 and then stopped at 22 still has more money in his account than the brother that started at 22, $100 a month, every single month, all the way to age 65, still has less than the brother that had 15 to 22. That is the power of compounding interest because he put it away sooner. A lot more time to grow upon itself. So when money starts growing upon itself, for you, that's a good thing.
Yes.
When interest starts growing upon itself on your credit card, bad thing. And that's why I always say pay those credit cards off, but start saving as soon as possible. I started at like 17. I started dividend reinvestment programs, DRIPs are called. Put money, $100 a month in McDonald's, $100 a month in Exxon, $100 a month in Wisconsin Energy.
Okay.
Every single month, they take $100 out of my checking account, put it in, because I had a paper route, so I'd build up money.
Okay, that was at age 17?
17.
That's really cool.
And so then I had college came, and I had a couple emergencies, so I had a beach trip, so I had to take some money. But I had some money. I had my emergency accounts, right?
Okay.
So I left them alone as long as possible, as much as possible, and I'm still doing it today. But the beauty of a dividend reinvestment program, this is good for kids, too, if you want to give a gift of grandkids or your children for Christmas or whatever, is that when it pays a dividend, and it does every quarter because it's dividend, you don't get it, you can only do this in stocks that pay dividends. When they pay a dividend, the company uses that dividend to buy more stock. So you're putting money in at the same time every month, your dollar cost averaging, I call it. So the stock's going up and down, doesn't matter, each month, the same day, you're putting $100 a month in. And then when the dividend pays every quarter, they buy stock with that. So now you're getting triple compounding.
Okay.
Makes a lot of sense. So that's
does.
a dividend reinvestment program. Great gift to give your kids. Let's say they like to eat that breakfast cereal like Frosted Flakes or get them Kellogg's. And so now they'll, instead of going and blowing money, maybe they'll start wanting to learn about the money world and they'll start saving sooner and maybe they'll keep it forever.
I love that.
So my accounts have grown pretty good. The Exxon's been very disappointing over the years, but McDonald's has been real good. Wisconsin Energy, really good, really small company, really good dividend. So don't pay anybody to find out about dividend reinvestment programs. So there's a lot of gimmicks online. You can just research DRIP programs or dividend reinvestment plans, and you can find out what companies offer it, and you invest directly with the company, so there's no broker in between.
Okay.
So there's no broker fee, so you don't want to pay any fees. Now the companies have a very small charge to have you do it, like $1 or whatever, but it's a lot better than paying for trades or brokerage fees and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
So it's a little bit of a hint today on how to save for yourself, but give a good gift for Christmas or birthdays to your children and grandchildren, and encourage them to learn the financial world without them feeling like you're telling them to learn it. Because if you tell them to learn, they're not going to want to. But if you encourage them this way, these are golden handcuffs.
Absolutely.
Because they're going to be excited about it. They may want to do more when they start seeing the growth. It's fun to start seeing it grow.
Oh, yeah.
It's not going to grow until you start. That's why we say procrastination is the biggest enemy. Start in your 401k, your dividend reinvestment plans as soon as possible. It is just a little bit to start if you can't afford much, but then you want to put more and more in because it doesn't hurt as bad as you think.
Absolutely.
Then you build up bigger balances, and then we talk about taking those bigger balances and translating it what they would give you as far as a lifetime income you can't outlive. And then we do the spend and leave plan. We do all the things. So it all starts with a seed. The seed is you starting to save your money, or if you inherit money, whatever. But make sure you're doing the right thing with the money, and it doesn't start if you don't put the seed in the ground.
Absolutely.
Right? I want a garden, but if you don't plant seeds, it's not going to have any garden.
Exactly. It's not going to grow.
Right.
Well, Coach Pete, this is the perfect time for us to open up the phone lines again to the viewing audience. Do you want to tell them what they can expect to receive
let's do this.
today?
Let's put together your very own total retirement plan for the next 10 people. This is a $1,000 value, and our strategies work best for those of you with over $1 million saved for retirement, but we will open our doors to anybody who's serious about wanting to start a plan, because that's what we've done every single year. We've never had a complaint for a reason, because we do what we say what we do, and everything is in writing, and there's no gimmicks. If we tell you something is true, because if it wasn't, we'd have complaints.
Right, exactly.
So we tell you what's true, but we'll put together for you your very own total retirement plan, which includes that lifetime income report. We'll break down what's going on in your portfolio now. We'll educate you on what's really going on. We'll do it on our big whiteboard. We'll give you sheets to take home to analyze it for yourself, and then we'll give you recommendations on how to get you where you need to be, some of you where you thought you were, but more importantly, give you that peace of mind having that lifetime income plan in place. I'll also give you a 3-book set, and I've got a video on retirement, and I've got my book on retirement coming out soon. You'll be invited to the book signing party when it comes. And I've got a t-shirt that says Growth, Protection, Income on it. Those are the 3 main ingredients of a real retirement plan. 100% cotton, very comfortable. I wear mine to bed every night. Growth, I have different ones. I don't wear the same one. Growth, Protection, Income. Call right now. It's good.
Fantastic. Thank you, Coach Pete. To the viewers at home, the phone lines are now open. That number to call is right on your screen. And let Pete actually design a complimentary consultation for you that's going to be specifically tailored to your needs. Whatever you want to do in retirement, Pete can make sure that you have the proper plan in place. We have to take a very short commercial break, but when we come back, I'm going to have more questions for Coach Pete about how to plan your perfect retirement. Please stay tuned.
It really does take the worry out of living in retirement if you get a true income plan built into your total plan. And that's why we try to future-proof your portfolio. Look at what you want to do in the future. Make sure you have protected money, protected from inflation, protected from risk and taxation, to make sure that you get that income all the way through retirement so you can do what you want to do. Because that's what retirement's all about.
Coach Pete, Coach Pete, financial advice, the likes of which can be beat. Coach Pete, Coach Pete, financial advice, the likes of which can be beat. So it's time, yeah, it's time for Coach Pete.
Welcome back to Financial Safari TV. My name is Cynthia DeFazio, and I'm joined today by Coach Pete, better known as the People's Choice. Pete, the phone lines were going crazy when we were going into that last commercial break, and I love that because it shows that a lot of people in the viewing audience, they want to call in, they want to gain that time with you because they have a lot of questions about how to retire with confidence, especially when life happens, because you know you may have a plan in place, but then plans change.
Well, the plan you have may not be what you thought it was.
Exactly.
Too. And so I'm not here to disparage anything, but if you think something's going to happen and it's not, we need to make sure to get you back on that track where what you thought was going to happen really is going to happen.
Absolutely.
And we're more than happy to do it. More than happy to help educate you on what's going on in your financial situation. Been doing it a long time, love to educate. That's what we do. We educate first, we design second, based on what you tell us you want. We customize as well. And so we talked about the tailor fit golf clubs. I mean, I don't have a set, but I know a big tall guy in the office who does. He's almost 7 feet tall. He had to get custom clubs.
Okay.
If not, he looked like a little clubs in his hands, big 7-footer. So it's just about making sure we get the right plan in place for the right time of our life, and we understand it completely.
Sure.
That's all it comes down to.
Sure, absolutely. For the people that were fortunate enough to gain that consultation with you, Coach Pete, what can they expect when they come into the office?
Yeah.
What is that experience like?
We try to make it a fun and learning experience, So there's nothing threatening. We're not going to talk over your head with big words. We're not going to make you feel bad. We're going to just say, here's what's going on. We're going to educate you on what's going on. We're going to ask you questions about what you want to have happen in the future. Then we're going to take what you've put aside and show you if it's possible or not, and put together for you a real true retirement plan based on your needs and desires of what you want to have happen all the way through retirement. Instead of just saying, here's the same plan we give everybody. And that we see a lot of these. We can almost, if you tell us what company you were with, we can almost predict what kind of allocation of assets you have.
Really?
Which is kind of scary.
That's
if you're with some major brokerage places, we can tell you exactly what you have. We're not experts, but we just know because we see the same thing over and over again, right? And we don't expect different results here because it's going to be the same thing. Every single one of our plans is different.
Okay.
Based on what our clients are telling us they want.
Absolutely.
Or people watching, they come and say, here's what I want. And I say, well, gosh, it's not happening now. Would you like it to? Sure. Here's what you need to do. Boom, boom, boom. Have it happen. We do it all for you behind the scenes too, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Then you leave with peace of mind and confidence and the understanding and knowing that when you get to retirement, or if you're in retirement now, but when you start activating income, you're going to get that income forever. It's forever accounts. We plan to 121 in our office. That's age 121.
Yeah.
But if you live to be 122, you continue to get income. I've never seen anyone live past 105, whatever. We plan to 121. Maybe we'll be the first.
I think that's fantastic.
But we always want to live long, but we want our money to outlive us.
Sure.
We don't want to outlive our money. And unfortunately, many people watching are in a position, if they don't make the right changes, they may be alive and their money may be gone.
Yeah.
We can't have that.
No.
There was that song, You Left Me just when I needed you the most.
Yeah.
Robbie Van Warren or something like that. Or you left me. We don't need our money leaving us right when we need it the most.
Exactly.
And that's why we need a total retirement plan that pays you all the way through your life and all the way through your spouse's life. And if there's still money left, when you're gone, it goes to the next of kin.
Okay.
Very important. And this stream of income, if we design it right, will double for up to 5 years in some of these strategies we use if you go to a long-term care facility.
Sure.
It's not long-term care insurance, but gosh, if you have a long-term care event, wouldn't it be great to have a double amount of money coming in than the same amount?
Absolutely.
So up to 5 years, 60 months worth of doubling. Vital when we talk about long-term care.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Coach Pete, if there's members of the viewing audience today, husband and wife, how important is it for them to come in together?
Yeah. Oh, good question. Folks, I know one of you in the family handles the money, the other one couldn't care less a lot of times, right? Or has other things to do. This is vital that you both understand what's going on, because one of you is going to not be here when the other one is. Eventually, we're all going to pass away, and we usually don't pass away together, unless we're driving down Highway 85 and a big truck hits us, or 40 or something like that, right?
Right.
So we want to make sure that we both understand exactly what's going on. And I've designed a booklet that'll help you. It's called The Little Green Book of Life. I recommend as spouses, you sit down and fill it in together. It asks you all the different questions about where your assets are, your account numbers. Do you have life insurance? Make sure to put the company and the phone number and the policy number, because if you pass away, your next of kin needs to know where to call to file that death claim. If you have money buried in the backyard, maybe write it in there so people find it. It's just about your life story of what you've done financially if you're not around to tell it. And so it's an interactive book, I call it. It's like I ask a question, you fill it in the blank and you keep it in your safety deposit box or your safe at home or whatever. And now you have a way, it's a treasure map for your life. You can even write your own obituary. I don't like talking about obituaries, but you can even write your own instead of leaving it to somebody else to not really want to do it either. So you can write it from your point of view. But we'll give that book away, The Little Green Book of Life. I'll give that for the next 20 people who call. I think 20 is good.
I think
we'll put together for you your own total retirement plan. We'll totally educate you on what's going on currently in your portfolio, but more importantly, where you could be if you do the right thing. So Cynthia, we're also going to give a book set. I've got 3 books, and again, this DVD on retirement, folks. There's like, see it right there. It's good. My camera's over there. DVD on retirement. Hey, we've got 3 cameras here. I always lose track of where we're at.
I know.
But one thing I don't lose track of is planning a perfect retirement plan. And the next 20 people who call, you'll get your very own no cost or obligation. It is the $1,000 value. And our strategies do work best for those of you with over $1 million safe retirement. But as anyone who's watching who's serious about retirement planning, we're serious about helping you. Cynthia, I really believe in this.
I can 100% see why, because I know you're so passionate about helping others. And I love the fact that you just gave 20 more spots away, because we have been just blowing through what you've been offering. So
Good
again,
offer.
Thank you so much, Coach Pete. What a wonderful show that you delivered today, and I know people are really enjoying watching you from
I
week
like
to
watching
week.
myself every now and then. I DVR this so I can watch it later.
I love that. To our viewers at home, thank you so much for spending time with us again this week. We know you have a lot of questions about how to retire with confidence. Coach Pete has the answers for you. All you have to do is call the number that's now on your screen. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you again next week. Be safe, be happy, be blessed, and retire comfortably.